Okay, so I was watching some content, and there's a lot of content coming out of of cops of cops getting beat up or getting gassed by federal agents and shit like that. And it reminds me of this current theme that it's just funny first off, but it reminds me of this theme, right? This rose before BML, but during BLM, like, it gained prominence, right? There was this slogan called "All cops are bad," right? And obviously, like, all cops are bad, and black people can't be racist, right? All of these ideas, they originated, right, in an academic, like some random academic, like, paper, right? For like black people can't be racist, right? That originally was a paper, right, talking about like the difference between prejudice and racism, right? And talking about how, like, racism is a structural thing, right? Like, the example was that, like, in 1900s or whatever, if every person of color was racist as heck, which a lot of them were, right, or whatever, right? It didn't change anything. It couldn't change anything, right? Because real racism is a structural, legal byproduct of the individual and the collective's prejudice, right? It was just it's just a nerd being a nerd, you know? Some social studies person had to, like, write a fancy paper to people to be like, okay, that's interesting, right? And a bunch of other people read it. They were like, oh, I totally understand this, right? But guess what happens, right? You get these Nazi ass, right-winger ass, bitch ass motherfuckers, right? They're like, oh, what are these people talking about? What are these people? Oh, black people can't be racist? Black people can't be racist? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, blah, 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 right? So then it turns into something bigger than what it originally was trying to, like, you know, talk about, right? They weren't trying to change the use of the word at a large social sense, right? But you obviously know what a lot of people they're going to defend that. They're going to be like, actually, yeah, black people can't be, like, okay, whatever, right? So that whole, like, there's this thing that happens, right? There's a hyper-specific, like, academic argument that a lot of leftists, right, on a personal level, just go like, oh, wow, that is such an interesting way of looking at things, right? And we're just talking about it amongst ourselves, right? No one's going out here gonna go to a random person and be like, oh, like, nah, don't use the word race or whatever, right? But what happens is that, right, these hating ass bitches, right, go into the spaces, right, then they blow it up. And then you have half of the people who don't understand the, like, intricate academic origins defend it. Oh, it's just a shit show. It's like, right, so that happens with that one, right? It happens with Acab, right? Acab is another institute a structural analysis, right? And this is what's mad funny about it, right? It reminds me of this, because seeing the cops getting tear gassed by the feds proves the structural point of all cops are bad, right? It's not that you individually are a bad person, right? You know, but it's like you're gonna have to be a bad person because of the power structure, like, whether you like it or not. Like you're gonna be sent to do policing some way. Like it's not your choice. You understand, right? And it's like the feds are gonna fuck you up. They might not be bad that person might not be an individual bad person, but he's gonna tear gas the fucking shit out of you. He gonna tear gas the fucking shit out of you. He gonna put anyone in your community in a concentration camp. You fucking name it, son. So it's just fucking hilarious. It's just hilarious, son. It's hilarious. It's like, hey, you want to be part of the system, and you got to take it. You got to take it. Yeah, but that's what went through my mind when I saw them cops getting tear gas. There's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot. The cops are going to be like, oh, feds are bad. That's so funny.